my father is going to be on the show. My father is known as the marijuana taxman.
Hello? This is the IRS. We're here to investigate a claim by Tere Joyce. All of her business expenditures have been properly filed. We understand you handle her taxes. We got 3 IRS agents standing outside your door and a SWAT team. Well, I'm not worried about it. I'm a professional taxpayer.
Hi, Dad. Are we ready?
We're ready. Yeah, we're ready.
Okay, we're going to start now, Dad. The music. Okay, here we go.
Does your dad know you're a pot smoker?
Yeah, pretty much.
Imagine a town where there are no small joints.
I'm Tere Joyce. I'm your host. We do have a really great show tonight. I'm super excited about it. But before that, I do have a little bit of a confession to make to the listeners out there, and also those who might be tuned into the Ustream channel right now. I have a confession to make. I am a cannabis conspiracy theorist. And you might ask me, well, what is that? What is a cannabis conspiracy theorist? Instead of like wearing a tinfoil hat, I actually smoke weed out of a tin can, and preferably one that has Mountain Dew on it. So I think that's basically the definition. And the point I want to make about the conspiracy theorist stuff is if you take a look at cannabis and the history of cannabis, it kind of falls into the association to the power elite. For example, and this is, you can read this right out of, Jack Hare's The Emperor Wears No Clothes, and finds out about the link between the elite and those who did a whole propaganda smear to disinform the public, use racism in the process, and then make marijuana and cannabis and the hemp plant completely illegal from the United States. Those people that, conspired to do this were the Rockefellers, J.P. Morgan, DuPont, and William Randolph Hearst, as well as Henry Anslinger, who was working for the DEA. All of them together came, the press was there to smear it and make marijuana look like it was a demon weed, and also they wanted to get rid of the Mexicans in the United States, so they blamed marijuana being brought in over the border by the Mexicans. So it was basically racist from the get-go. And they used the whole thing, we don't wait, women, our black musicians are smoking the mota, the Mexican weed, and they're listening to jazz music, and they're having sex with them, and you can't let your white women have fun and smoke the big black wiener, all right? And I don't know, it just came out that way, the big black wiener. This is, honestly, this Hollywood Hemptress Hour is free in our speech. We have an explicit language rating, and I do another show called Freedom of Joyce on Revolution Radio, and I have to be clean on that show. But in this show, I can say big black wiener, smoke the big black wiener, smoke the big black wiener over and over again, and nobody's going to arrest me for it. God bless Lenny Bruce, the first comedian who took the bullet for all of us. But tonight, I can say smoke the big black wiener, joint mota from, the black musician, and nobody is going to tell, I might even get a round of applause for it. So, what? That's the big phrase for today, But okay, my point is, I'm gonna get off the wiener now. The point is, because Oscar Mayer, wants me. I don't know. The point is that that the Rockefellers and the DuPonts and the J.P. Morgans and those guys got together and they made marijuana illegal. And guess what they owned? They own plastics. They own the papers. They own oil. They own the pharmaceutical companies. They actually own 147 main companies that owns 80% of the wealth of the entire planet. And if you don't think that that doesn't have something to do with the fact that this plant is illegal, you must be high, because there is a direct line on the direct spider web, an octopus, if you will, of corporate greed and takeover to control and dominate not only the medicine that people get in their body and the choices of what that medicine is, but they also dominate your food supply, our ability to make paper, fiber, fuel, and create energy. And also, they are crippling the ability to allow another economic market to blossom and take hold in the entire planet. So, I discovered that when I took a puff out of my tin can and went, maybe there is a conspiracy here. And here's another little tip out there. I don't know, maybe a lot of people already know this, but the same names, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, the J.P. Morgans, and let's throw the Rothschilds in there, they also own the Federal Reserve, and they also own the banks, i.e. Chase Manhattan is J.P. Morgan, I think Rockefeller is Bank of America, and it goes on and on and on. So in 2008, when the market crashed and people went to the Federal Reserve asking for a bailout, they bailed out themselves.